All right, guys. So let's talk about Clawdbot for pet moms over 40, luxury pet moms over 40. If you're a luxury pet mom over 40 and considering of using Clawdbot, let me go ahead and explain in clear details how to use it for your luxury pet brand, how to use it to connect with brands, how to get on a retainer by leveraging Clawdbot, and um, how to get the monthly retainer plus commission as extra gravy um, by working together with brands, and how we're using Clawdbot to reach out to brands, and how you could do the same too. And this is the secret. So effectively, if you haven't already watched one of our um, videos where we show how to reach out, do brand outreach, where we showed you how to integrate Notion together with all of those brands, then definitely take a look at that. One of our workshops where we literally break down. It was like I believe it was maybe 2 hour workshop, but or maybe 3, but you'll find it on my YouTube channel. And what this workshop does, it shows you what you need to do in order to get brands to begin working with you. Now, keep something in mind, not every brand is going to be willing to work with you simply because nobody is really expressing interest in any kind of products that you show in your content. And the reason why is because you are simply not showing products in your content. And that's one of the reasons um, brands are going to be a bit skeptical in working with you. But as soon as you start showing how many your outreach, how many people who expressed interest in any kind of content that you show relevant to those products, then it becomes second-hand nature. It becomes flawless. It becomes like flawless victory for you. But a couple of things you gotta kind of recognize, guys. Number one, when working with luxury pet brands, show them that people are expressing interest in your content. Show them that, okay, there's 10 people who expressed interest right away to buy a product. So to get those statistics, to get this statistics where people literally reaching out and be like, yo, I want to get that pet product. This is what brands want to see. But they also want to see your engagement with community of other people who actually interested. Now, when working with brands, their top metrics is how many people expressed interest in whatever it is that you showed. That is their top metric. Now, initially, when we created a workshop that shows you how to do an outreach with any kind of brand, specifically luxury pet brand, we focused on Notion, which is absolutely bonkers because Notion, I mean, it does have AI functionality and all sorts of bells and whistles in terms of structured data. I'm not even going to talk too much about Notion, but the bottom line is you could take a look at our Notion workshop to see how we meta tag all of those brands and how do we develop those metrics. So this way, when they look at your content, they are going to be like, oh, wow, 25 out of 100 people expressed interest in luxury pet products from your content. That is fire. That's what they want to see. They're not really looking for how cute your dog is or your cat. That's not what they're looking for, guys. They're looking for hard data. And what I discovered in my journey with luxury pet moms over 40 is the fact that they have a lot of money, but they just don't know how to like combine their life and their pets and their cats and their dogs. Some moms heck even have horses, and they just don't know how to combine it together where people would express interest. And one of the top problems that we discovered was simply because they're only building one thing. And when you build only one thing, one brand, you become instantly biased. And no matter what you do, it will always come out as if you're trying to pitch something. So that was the first discovery we made. And as soon as we made that discovery, we started working on a solution. How do we dilute this bias? How do we make sure that it's not like that and moms over 40 have a chance? And what we came to conclusion is that the only way to make that happen is to either A, collab with other people from opposite field, from luxury pet field. For example, maybe car detailing or cosmetics or anything, but it has to be opposite of the luxury pet brand. That was our biggest discovery in 2026. As soon as we made that discovery, we instantly, right away, operationalized this entire solution into easy to use automation that runs on iPhone 17. And yeah, it's just the way it works is we used to have it in a way where you just push a button and it just tells you what to do. Now we got it to the point where you don't even need to push a button. Clawdbot literally invokes this for you directly on your phone and notifies you. And then as you do whatever it is that you do throughout the day, you just follow through with the steps. The semi-guided based approach, we learned that it produces the highest engagement and highest results, simply because platforms, they see where the request is coming from. They look at the signature of the device. So if you're doing this from your computer, you kind of get cooked, because socials, they just don't like when you are doing things from APIs, from desktop automations, and punish you silently without you even recognizing that this is the case. That discovery came to us in 2025. Now, as soon as it came to us, immediately we pivoted and started yanking out those mobile-friendly automations with Apple Intelligence and iPhone, and we instantly knew right away that it's super hard as hell for people to do this, because you can't do them automatically. You gotta you could only do them manually. You could improve the chances of making them automatically by using, ChatGPT or whatever, but it's not like any of those things where you could do with any vibe coding tools. And that's the reason why we chose this path. We chose the path of most resistance to get the least resistance when it comes to producing results. And when Clawdbot came out, we managed to combine both both deterministic based approach with those Freedom Fusion automations that get executed directly on your iPhone and social platform friendly, plus non-deterministic approach with Clawdbot. Now, keep something in mind, Clawdbot can go a little cuckoo on you if you don't restrict it, if you don't make it sandboxed. So yeah, so I mean, definitely guys, don't go too crazy. Yo, where are we driving at? I'm hacking this. Only if there's something to hack, only if there's something to hack. But yeah, guys, believe it or not, I'm a full stack cybersecurity and cloud engineer, and I'm going to be teaching in university cybersecurity networking class for adults. We do have some scholarships available if you are interested in breaking into that field of cybersecurity, having a rewarding career, and finally, have a little fun in your life. I mean, what I do is I combine combine a little fun in terms of professional endeavors with some side hustling endeavors, with some kind of even more side hustling endeavors. That's the best way I could describe to you. So what I do is I help. Right now I'm helping university. I already created this fully blown multi-million-dollar stream system for them, and I don't mean automation system, but a program for them to offer skills that are not taught in college. And I'll be teaching that in February 19th, in case if you guys are interested. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is like Clawdbot use cases. So if you are a luxury pet mom over 40 and haven't been using Clawdbot yet, then guys, begin using it. Now, I'm going to skip the whole part about security. I'm going to skip the whole part about what it does. I'm just going to assume that you already know what it does. And I'm going to skip that and just give you the use cases. So my name is Bob. Nice to meet you, Bob. The biggest fan. So One Piece biggest fan. That's what this is what this channel is all about. You could literally have one fan, and that fan gets monetized directly in future videos and comes out gunslinging. That's basically what happens in those lives when you start communicating and commenting and engaging and saying where you're from. What I do is I combine you in a mix, and of course what we do, we build brands together making it super simple for you to get motivated, because essentially, like, I mean, it's hard to build anything, guys, if you're not motivated. Like, I see so many people in community, over 30,000 members, and they never, like, they barely engage. They barely engage. Why? Because they want somebody be talking to them directly and be like, look, here's what I could do for you. By the way, I know this and this. I know a doctor who needs this automation, and I already have connection with them. Then people be like, oh shoot, this person knows a doctor and he already got the idea and knows exactly what is working. I'm actually interested in doing that. But if you don't have any kind of connections with anybody and just kind of building for no reason, of course it's not encouraging, guys. And yeah, so the biggest thing, definitely, guys, begin getting that encouragement, accountability, and support. But so how do you install Clawdbot? I'm just gonna quickly cover that. Look, you could use sandbox environment and Cloudflare. You could use Docker. You could install it separately on a mini Mac or on your old computer. What I did initially, I just installed it on a Docker virtualized instance. I did it on my computer without any kind of worries about anything getting hacked or anything like that. And that was a good thing, because as soon as I tested it, figured out how it works, I went ahead and I moved it out of the environment and uninstalled it, and moved it into sandbox environment. So typically, like, people do this in reverse, but I wanted to have more wings of freedom while operating on Clawdbot and experimenting. Now, a lot of folks asking me, Rome, how do you experiment? How do you know what is viral? How do you know when to stop? How do you know when to keep going? I get a lot of questions like this, and the best answer to those questions, guys, because I already spent all this time vibe coding before, I already know the limitations of Clawdbot. I already know like how far I could push the trigger. But if you didn't do this before, then obviously you're gonna see something like Clawdbot, and then you're gonna start installing it, and then you get cooked and don't realize that, and then you get frustrated and get isolated, and then you would come to our talent agency to save you. And but by that time it's going to be already too late, because you already got cooked. You're going to be addicted to doing something that you shouldn't be doing. So instead, we just skip all that and move you in the right direction, in direction of being a freedom founder versus a process prisoner. Being a freedom founder is a beautiful thing, guys. As a freedom founder, you participate in gamified cohort, you build the feudal kingdoms together, you share stories, you incorporate together each other into those stories. Now, how do we do this? How do we incorporate? Back in the days, we used to have the storytellers who we would hire and tell them, can you combine my brand into your story? Well, now what we do, we use Clawdbot to combine other brands into our stories and in combination with our automations. Now, those automations that we're running on iPhone are different from Clawdbot. Why? Because they're already pre-built, they're already deterministic, they already have guardrails in place, they already have AI avatar guiding you throughout the entire process, and they're brand specific, luxury pet brand specific. So it gives us lots of safety versus kind of having Clawdbot released like a patient that ran out of psychiatric asylum. So, look, guys, I'm gonna make it super simple for you. If you wanted to get the best out of Clawdbot, go ahead and install it. Like, there's a couple of ways. If you do AWS free tier installation, you're not really going to be able to do much on it. You're kind of going to get cooked, because there's a limited amount of resources in AWS. You won't really be able to do much out of it. So you might as well, like, don't even use AWS free tier. Just do like a Docker on your computer. Just make sure you have a powerful computer. You run LLM models on that computer as well, local LLM. But later you'll probably realize that, like, what we realized is that local LLMs just don't do us justice, because like, it just takes so much power, and there's so many different free LLMs. It just makes it a gazillion times easier to just use a free style LLM like DeepSeek, and just if it can't handle it, we upgrade to a higher level, and of course that reduces the token usage and makes it a lot easier for those agents to work with each other, especially when you start combining swarms of agents, and agent within a swarm does certain tasks. And of course, guys, I don't want to bore you with that, but the bottom line is, at the end of the day, if you're a luxury pet mom over 40, struggling to make progress and connect with brands who pay 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K per month, then the best thing to do, guys, is to check out Jack's Paws. See how we're using this system for our luxury pet brand and how you could do the same. Now, we use in a combination of deterministic workflows and non-deterministic workflows. Those workflows have several elements that are very important for our luxury pet brand. Number one element is being able to engage with brands. Now, brands are very special to us, but not just random type of brands, but the type of brands that treat their creators right. And what I mean by that is, like, our first step in engaging with brands is not by promoting their content in any way. That is the number one mistake a lot of pet moms over 40 make. What we do instead, we create a relationship where they mention our brand, our luxury pet brand, in their content. We do it in reverse. We reach out to brand and say, look, you need us more than we need you. Why? Because, I mean, you already got all this inventory chilling and you got to get rid of it. Time is ticking, tick, tick tock, tick tock. And guess what? People don't really trust you. Why? Because you ain't referencing any creators out there with a pet. And of course, people don't really trust those types of brands. They really want to see real creators surrounded in your channel. And of course, that becomes a problem for brands. And they say, okay, well, what can you offer? And what we offer is a good package for brands. First, we offer just kind of mutual engagement, mutual collaboration with the use of Freedom Fusion automations. Those Freedom Fusion automations are bidirectional, and symmetrical in nature. So what that means is we combine their brand context together with our brand and inject Jack's Paws into their social channels. How? By us mentioning them and they mentioning us. That's the first mutual bidirectional synergy that we establish with luxury pet brands and moms over 40. That is the first step. The second step that we utilize heavily is getting the free samples. And those samples are pet moms over 40 constantly utilize when promoting brands. They love free samples for their pets, cats, and dogs. What we do, we just filter out the right types of moms for them that already have the support, encouragement, accountability, and of course the right tools like Clawdbot and Freedom Fusion automations. Now, overall, what can I say? I mean, look, overall, it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process for you to kind of do all this, guys. And the best way to win that process is to use divide and conquer. So divide and conquer is a strategy we use in Jack's Paws to make it more friendly. So, guys, a lot of people will say, in fact, I'm seeing some messages right now in school saying, and it's hacked. Guys, you're forgetting something. I'm a full stack cybersecurity engineer. That's my profession. So if you're trying to hack my Clawdbot, good luck. Good luck. Guys, that's all I could say. Good luck. Guys, didn't you hear what I said? Like how restricted it is? And then we're using it only use cases, how it's sandboxed, how it's isolated with different Gmails, how it's only interconnected to our own internal Google Drive. Guys, like literally, if you haven't listened to this workshop, listen to it again. There's so many, and even the poisoning, we have a solution for that as well. So, like literally, guys, if you want to hack, want to hack my account, try better than that. Try better than that, or at least try somebody. But by the way, what we do is when we find you that you're hacking, that is set up to contact FBI to literally report you. So guys, be careful when you're doing that, especially when you're doing that to somebody who is a full stack cyber security and cloud engineer. Be careful, guys. But look, can you hack other people with Clawdbot? Sure, you could hack. Like probably a lot of API keys got leaked, a lot of them. So the question is, like, what are you doing about it? Are you using it or not using it? Look, if you guys want to think about all those security concerns and don't want to really think about all those complexities, just sign up for Jack's Paws. We already have it figured out. We already have moms over 40 doing all sorts of brands, including creating their pet brands and of course selling their digital products. We have a mom who is working on a medical device. She reached out to us and she said she was in nursing for 26 years and she had a dream about a medical device, and she wanted to realize that into reality. And I said, okay, well, let's take a look. And I wipe coded the whole thing in about a day and created a minimum viable product. If you guys want to work on it, we do have a couple of doctors lined up who already want to use it. So guys, and that took me about a day. Guys, once again, you're watching a channel of a full stack cybersecurity and cloud engineer. That's what I do for profession. And for part-time, I have a lot of fun in the process on a part-time. So we got a lot of excitement. We're also working on a service rescue dog digital guide. So if you're a runaway person who's running away from home or whatever the case may be, you're in constant distress and you don't typically have any time to research what is happening. And at this particular point, what you're looking for is a solution for how to escape from your home and take your animals with you. And what we noticed is that there's not a lot of services out there that offer this help of helping you escape, run away from your home, and take your pets with you, especially when you're in distress. You're thinking, how am I going to save my pets? But what if I'm dealing with abuser type of person? I don't really want to go back. But so, like, how do we solve that problem? So obviously this is a niche area that we discovered, and we're working on a guide that literally solves that problem for distressed folks who are running away from home and dealing with that stress and trying to figure out a way for how to take their animals back, how to make sure that you're not being tracked, that kind of stuff. This is apparently a hot topic. I didn't really, like, when one of the moms came out to me and showed that to me, I immediately took her as a client. Immediately. It was on a, like, I didn't even charge her any money. I immediately saw money in it. And it was just so stupid simple. And like, sometimes, guys, I talk to some moms who are, man, like, you will never even want to charge them any money, guys. You begin working with them, you'll be like, man, I need to make money. And then you, out of a sudden, you just change your mind and you don't charge them any money. That's typically what happens to me when I see something good. So if you have something good, definitely bring it our way. We'll take a look. If you have a beautiful life, maybe you have a farm life, horses, dogs, cats, anything exotic, we're looking for new clientele, like exotic clientele that we are willing to take on a retainer basis. So if you have a beautiful life, definitely reach out. I'll connect you with one of our digital tailors. Now, if you don't have a beautiful life, we still provide hourly sessions, guys, with digital mentors, but obviously they're going to be on hourly rate. So one of the moms who reached out to me, she wanted to build a device, a medical device that has to do with her career. She was in 26 years of nursing, doing lots of nursing for 26 years. And she reached out to me and she said, oh my God, I love your content. She was like literally yelling. She literally yelling out of joy because she couldn't believe she found somebody who enjoys genuinely monetizing pets, cats, and dogs, and also helping people. And also, her situation was her phone got hacked, and I looked at it and I instantly saw that it was hacked, and I told her, like, go ahead and do this, that, and that. She called the police. It was a big deal. Like, over time we work together, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Over time we work together. We're not trying to, like, scam each other anyway. We are just working together in a community, and a lot of people out there just trying to, like, scam each other, but we're not like that. We don't have a reason to scam you guys. Instead, what we do is we team up with you. If you make money, that's great. We all make money. If you don't, then it's okay. We gave it a shot. We don't really treat it as like oh my God, we spent so much time on you and then we failed. No, we don't really do it this way. Instead, what we do, we look at you as a person. So if you're like a powerful luxury pet mom, I don't know, maybe you have, maybe you wearing a Birkin and a Louis Vuitton bag and have all this like influential people around you. Like we have clients like that who are reaching out to us, but like when they reach out to us, they want specific solution. Now, not every mom is bougie who are reaching out to us. We have some moms who are genuinely want to be bougie, but are not bougie, and we still take them on as the clients. Now, a couple of things that I must say though, when you are dealing with any kind of luxury pet moms over 40 guys, in case if you wanted to do something similar, in case if you wanted to also serve luxury pet moms over 40, especially if you have like a very beautiful background and maybe Clawdbot and digital faceless marketing or AI automations, and you truly genuinely wanted to do that, then yes, absolutely, there is a possibility for you to learn how to serve such feudal lords. You got to understand those feudal lords have very powerful demands. Some of those demands could be realized on a kind of a ongoing basis without any kind of strings attached, without any monetary justification of any sort. And that's the kind of luxury pet moms over 40 that I like to deal with, because it just makes it gazillion times easier, because there is no expectations, there's no strings attached. Nobody talks about money. Well, the only thing we do is just build brands together and hope to get some money. That's basically how we do it, guys. We don't. We hope by working together we're able to earn that money, but never be like, oh, this is how much this is. No, it doesn't work that way. We work. We have different structures. We work on a retainer-based structure, where we charge you like $100, and then if you make money, then we make money. We have that kind of structure, and we have hourly structure as well, where you just pay us $295 per hour. We work with you, and of course, guys, to some of you, you're probably gonna be like, well, I don't have 295, but keep something in mind, our clientele, most of our clientele are bougie. I'm talking about bougie guys, so bougie that, like, literally, one day I almost fell off my chair. The kind of requests that I received, bougie, like luxury bougie style moms who like literally have insane amount of money and they're ready to pay, but they're ready to pay for the right content, for the right materials, for the right workflows, for the right apps. Those moms over 40, they do exist. They have insane amount of money, guys. It's like literally that was the best decision I ever made, focusing, hyper focusing on luxury pet moms over 40. If I had to change my luck and not do that and pick any other clientele, I'd never do that. I'd like guaranteed, guys. Um, yeah, like if I had to pick any other clientele, I probably wouldn't do well. I could tell you that right now. But anyway, guys, look, try to use Clawdbot, try to install it, try to use it, and see if it works for you. And if you want to see how that works, go ahead and see and try it. And take a look at Jack's Pass. I'll see you next time.